Welcome to Channel 99 Sports with Daniel Wertheiser and Jason Rosario.
Welcome to Channel 99 Sports, NFL Edition. I'm Daniel Wertheiser. The Eagles started off the week by going up to New Jersey to face the New York Football Giants. The rivalry was in full effect. The Giants proved to be no match, though, for the Eagles as they got destroyed. The Eagles won 34-13. The Eagles improved their record to 3-3. Meanwhile, the Giants fell to 1-5. The Buccaneers met up with the Falcons for a much-expected high-scoring matchup. The Falcons came out the gate blazing the Bucs defense. By halftime, they scored 24 points. The Buccaneers couldn't pull off the upset, though. The Falcons won 34-29. Julio Jones was a star, pulling 10 receptions and gained 143 yards. The Falcons improved their record to 2-4, and the Buccaneers retained a 2-3 record. The Colts traveled up to New York to face the Jets. It was an absolute shootout. Andrew Luck threw 4 touchdowns, but also had 3 interceptions, which led into the Colts' demise. Sam Darnold and the Jets won 42-34. The Jets improved their record to 3-3, and the Colts fell to a miserable 1-5. The Chargers visited the Browns Sunday. Even with superstar Baker Mayfield at quarterback, the Browns had no chance. They were blown out. The Chargers won 38-14. Melvin Gordon was playing Madden with 132 yards and 3 touchdowns on 18 carries. The Chargers improved their record to 4-2, and the Browns fall to 2-3-1. John Gruden and the Oakland Raiders hosted a matchup against the Seahawks. The Raiders have been miserable this year and continued their ways. The Seahawks destroyed the Raiders, winning 27-3. The Seahawks improved their record to an even 3-3, and the Raiders fall to 1-5. The Panthers met up with the Redskins for an East Coast matchup. Holy Funches of bunches! Devin Funches was all over the field for the Panthers. He hauled in 5 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown. But that was not enough, as Adrian Peterson ran over the Panthers all day long. The Redskins won 23-17. They improved their record to 3-2, and the Panthers also have a 3-2 record now. The Bills went down south to face the Houston Texans. The Sean McCoy made a revival with 73 yards on 16 carries, which isn't much, but for him and the Bills, that's a lot. He averaged a 4.6 yards per carry, but Deshaun Watson and the Texans were too much for the Bills. They won 20-13. The Texans moved to 3-3, whereas the Bills sit at a 2-4 record. The Cardinals took on the fierce Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. They lost 17-27. Vikings running back Latavius Murray took advantage of his shot since Dalvin Cook was out for the contest. Murray ran for 155 yards, a touchdown, only on 24 carries. Again, this helped the Vikings win 27-17. The Vikings improved their record to 3-2-1. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are still a miserable 1-5. The Steelers and Bengals met for a divisional showdown. The Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger could not be stopped. Big Ben threw 369 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, the Bengals played mediocre with under 300 yards total offense. The Steelers won 28-21. The Steelers moved past 500 with a 3-2-1 record. Meanwhile, the Bengals still prowled nicely at 4-2. The Bears visited the Dolphins. The Dolphins completely disrespected the Bears, gaining over 500 total yards. The new innovative Bears defense could not stop Brock Osweiler and the Dolphins offense. But Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky had a day with over 300 passing yards with 3 touchdowns and only 1 interception. The shootout ended with the Dolphins on top, winning 31-28. The Dolphins improved their record to 4-2. Meanwhile, the Bears are still nice 3-2. The Rams came into Mile High rolling. Yet the Broncos were galloping also. It was a tightly contested game. The Rams took a big hit with wide receiver Cooper Kupp going down with a knee injury. He could miss a couple weeks, but Todd Gurley picked up the slack, put the team on his back with over 200 yards rushing. The Rams won 23-20, narrowly staying undefeated. They are now 6-0, the only undefeated team. Meanwhile, the Broncos fall to 2-4. The Titans could not stop the Ravens Sunday. Alex Collins ran for 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Titans couldn't score at all. The Ravens blew out the Titans 21-0. The Ravens improved their record to 4-2. Meanwhile, the Titans fall to an even 3-3. The Cowboys silenced Jalen Ramsey and the Jaguars. They completely destroyed the Jags, winning 40-7. The Cowboys improved their record to 3-3. Meanwhile, the Jaguars also maintain an even 3-3 record. There was no shortage of scoring Sunday night with the Patriots and Chiefs' strong offenses. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes both had over 300 yards, and the game was neck and neck, well deserving of the primetime Sunday night slot. The Patriots came out on top with a last-minute field goal by Stephen Gostkowski. The Patriots knock off the previously undefeated Chiefs. The Patriots improved their record to 4-2. Meanwhile, the Chiefs still sit pretty at 5-1. The Packers and 49ers face off for a hotly contested Monday night game. Aaron Rodgers saved the day and led a last-minute touchdown drive. The Packers won 33-30. The Packers improved their record to a 3-2-1 record. Meanwhile, the 49ers fall to 1-5. On Sunday, Seahawks owner Paul Allen died. We have a video showing that.
Part of our forward plans are to help realize that vision and to continue what he wanted to get done. And that's how we're rallying together today and this week and the next weeks to carry that banner into the future for him.
All right, week 7 has approached, and that means the Steelers have one more week before they have to trade Le'Veon Bell, or else, it won't happen. Also, the Bills quarterback Josh Allen, rookie quarterback, has already been ruled out against the Colts. They fear he can miss multiple weeks with an elbow injury. All right, for week 7, we have some predictions. We're going to make it full screen so you guys could see it a little bit better. All right, so for the Thursday night game, we have the Broncos at the Cardinals. For this game, I really like the Cardinals, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Broncos. Next up, we have the Titans at the Chargers, and the Chargers have been amazing this year, so we're definitely going with the Chargers. Then we have the Bengals at Chiefs. It's going to be a really tough game, but I think the Chiefs took a tough loss last week, and Andy Reid's going to whip them back into shape. So I think I have the Chiefs coming out on top. Then we have the Browns and Buccaneers. The Buccaneers haven't looked so good recently, but they have a high-powered offense, and I don't think the Browns could stop it. So I'm picking the Buccaneers. Then we have the Panthers at the Eagles. It's going to be a tough matchup, pretty good defenses, but I'm going to pick the Eagles over that. Reigning Super Bowl champions, they should be able to get it. Then we have the Vikings at the Jets. Even though the Jets did pretty good last week, I'm still going to have to go with the Vikings, just because they're a really tough team. Offensive weapons all over the field. Defense is amazing. Then we have the Lions at the Dolphins. For this one, I'm going to pick Matt Patricia's Lions, just because they've been showing pretty good signs this year. Also, then we have the Patriots at the Bears. We're going to go Patriots all day, even though I think the Bears really do have a good pass rush. If they could get to Tom Brady, they might have a shot. The Bills then are at the Colts. It's really tough for this one, but honestly, I think Nathan Peterman is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL. So we're going to go with the Colts. Then we have the Texans at the Jaguars. And honestly, it's going to be a tough matchup either way. So I want to go with Jaguars on this one, just because they got defeated by another Texas team last week. Then we have the Saints at the Ravens. The Saints have a high-powered offense, but so do the Ravens. But they have a little bit better of a defense, so we're going to go Saints all day. The Cowboys then are at the Redskins. And they showed a really good showing against the Jaguars last week, and I think the Jaguars are better than Redskins, so I'm going to pick the Cowboys. They did good last week, they'll do good this week. Then for Sunday night, we have the Rams at the 49ers. Expect nothing than an absolute blowout. I'm calling it right now. And then we have the Giants at the Falcons for Monday night. The Falcons, I'm pretty sure, are like only 2-4 this season, but they have showed signs. But so has the Giants. And I really like Saquon Barkley and Odell. If Eli Manning could stop getting pressure in and could start, throwing some good passes, they could do good. So we're going to go with the Giants for Monday Night Football. Well, that will wrap it up. Tune in next week because I'm Daniel Werkheiser and we're going to have a great show next week. I'll see you guys next time.